Again, everybody, I'm Chris Godfrey. I'm also at the countdown, the 40 most popular country songs in the nation, as are ranked by MediaBase 24/7 for the chart week of January 6, 2024, our first weekly countdown of the new year. We have one debut this week on our countdown, but before we get to that, here's the way the top three songs stacked up on last week's chart while we were doing the year-end top 50. Number 3 last week was Save Me the Trouble by Dan and Shay. Number 2 was Mind on You by George Burge. And taking over the number 1 spot last week was Nate Smith in World on Fire. That became his second number 1 country hit. Now, will Nate be at number 1 to kick off the new year? Let's find out 39 hits from now. First, we get started with a tune that debuted on our last regular countdown at number 39, then slid out last week. This week, they're back in at number 40. The new one by Parmalee called Gonna Love You. Well, here's a tune that debuted last week at number 40, moving up one to number 39, the fourth top 40 hit by Bailey Zimmerman called Where It Ends. At number 38, moving up one, here's Michael Ray with Megan Patrick called Spirits and Demons. And here's her only debut this week, coming in at number 37. It's Garth Brooks with Ronnie Dunn called Rodeo Man. And with that one debut, and we had a re-entry this week, two songs fall off. Falling Out of the Countdown are Got a Beer in My Hand by Luke Bryan and See You Next Summer by Brian Kelly. On with the countdown, up one to number 36 in his eighth week in the 40. Here's Dylan Carmichael with Drinking Problems. Here's a tune that debuted last week at number 38, moving up 3 to number 35, a newcomer named Ashley Cook called Your Place. At number 34, up 1, here's Old Dominion and Megan Moroney called Can't Break Up Now. Slipping a notch to number 33, here's Chase Matthew with Love You Again. Up 2 spots to number 32, here's Sam Hunt with Outskirts. At number 31, up 2 spots, Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves with I Remember Everything. In her 19th week in the countdown, she slips 2 to number 30, Carrie Underwood with Out of That Truck. Moving up 1 to number 29, here's Megan Moroney with I'm Not Pretty. Slipping back 1 to number 28, here's Kenny Chesney with Take Her Home. Up 2 spots to number 27, it's Morgan Wallen and Eric Church with Man Made a Bar. Holding steady at number 26, here's Tyler Hubbard with Back Then, Right Now. At number 25 again this week, here's Lainey Wilson with Wildflowers and Wild Horses. Slipping a notch to number 24, here's Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. Moving up 1 to number 23, 12th week in the 40, here's Jordan Davis with Tucson Too Late. Holding at number 22, here's Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton with We Don't Fight Anymore. Slipping 2 spots to number 21, Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. All right, we're halfway through the countdown. Holding position at number 20 to kick off the new year, here's Scotty McCreery with Cab and a Solo. Slipping a notch to number 19, it's Jackson Dean with Fearless. At number 18, up 3 spots, here's Thomas Rhett with Morgan Wallen called Mama's House. There's our number 1 song from 2 weeks ago, number 11 last week, down 6 spots to number 17, Morgan Wallen with Everything I Love. Moving up 1 to number 16, it's Parker McCollum with Burn It Down. At number 15, moving up 1, Chase Beckham with 23. Up 1 to number 14, Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. Holding steady at number 13, here's Cody Johnson with The Painter. Up 2 spots to number 12 in his 27th week on the chart, Hardy with Truck Bed. And just a step away from the top 10, here's Kane Brown, up 1 to number 11 with I Can Feel It. Not leading off our top 10 again this week, here is Warren Ziders at number 10 with Pretty Little Poison. Holding at number 9, just his 10th week in the 40, here's Luke Combs with Where the Wild Things Are. At number 8 again this week, here's Chris Janson, his 6th top 10 hit called All I Need Is You. Here's the former number 1, down a notch to number 7, Morgan Wallen with Thinking About Me. At number 6, moving up 1, it's Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. At number 5 again this week, here's Chris Stapleton and White Horse. Here's the former number 1, holding position at number 4 this week, Jelly Roll and Lainey Wilson with Save Me. And at number 3 for a second week, here's Dan and Shay with Save Me the Trouble. Where's a tune that was number 1 last week, this week at number 2, Nate Smith with World on Fire. And taking over the number 1 spot this week, in song it took 32 weeks to get here, and this becomes his very first number 1 country hit. Congratulations to George Burge. He kicks off the new year with a number 1 hit called Mind on You. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris. See you next time.